Yang Rumen. Yang Rumen is a man's name. He was a Taiwanese farmer. He was 26 years old when I met him. And this is his story. Yang Rumen was raised on a family farm, with the love of the land in the morning and the muscle in his arm. Out on the China Ocean, on the island of Taiwan, is a story worth the telling, and I'll sing it in a song. Family farm is a rock of humanity's anchor. In the 21st century world war between the farmer and the banker, great corporate bullies ride on the money train. Farmer stands to lose, corporations stand to gain. Yang Rumen saw the danger coming from a dark and angry place, and he thought of all the farmers whose lives would be displaced, and he made calls and he wrote letters. Oh, but what good did it do? Corporations never read them, nor the politicians too. Yang Rumen went walking one night. The moon was like a lantern, the stars were shining bright. There came a voice calling so clearly in his head, maybe it was the ancestors. This is what it said. When God closes the door, he opens a window. When God closes the door, he opens a window. Yang Rumen the farmer, he made a paper box, and he folded in the corners, and he weighted it with rocks, with a little black powder and a little bit of rice. Warnings on the label, words of advice. Danger, said the paper box in writing bright and bold. Do not buy imported rice, our future can't be sold. Support the local farmers, resist the foreign trade. And he placed them in the cities where his point would sure be made. And he put them at the bank and down at the railway station. Little paper boxes with their little explanations. At the government building they put the bomb squad on alert. But they were only made of paper, no one ever got hurt. They called him the rice bomber, and they made a great campaign. They said he was a terrorist, and they vilified his name. Oh, but in the farming countries, when these matters were discussed, they would tip their hats and smile and say, he's one of us. When God closes the door, he opens a window. When God closes the door, he opens a window. 17 paper rice bombs, 17 times. Every one a statement, though they called them each a crime. And though they scoured through the countryside, they did not have a clue. Yang Rumen decided then just what he would do. He went down to the city to give himself away. He said, I am the one you're looking for, this is your lucky day. My name is Yang Rumen, he said, and he took a little bow. I did that for the farmers, like I do this for them now. Well, if you did that for the farmers, that's just what you say. But we have you in our custody, and that's where you're going to stay. And justice was a stone wall. It never shed a tear. They tried and convicted, and they gave him 7 years. 7 years for 17 little boxes of rice. What kind of mathematics could arrive at such a price? It's the kind of mathematics turns the world upside down, and it's up to us to turn it back around. When God closes the door, he opens a window. When God closes the door, he opens a window. Family farm is still the rock that holds humanity's anchor. In the 21st century world war between the farmer and the banker, one side has the money and the other has the plow, and it's anybody's guess what happens now. I went to visit Yang Rumen. They had him in Taipei. It was in the detention center. It was on a visiting day. I didn't speak his language, and he didn't speak mine. There was plexiglass between us, and we didn't have much time. said you have to hold your vision and you have to hold on tight. Take pride in your accomplishments and don't give up the fight. And when the time was over and they led him away, he put his fist up in the air and I can still hear him say, when God closes the door, he opens a window. When God closes the door, he opens a window.